to bring in actors like Michael Sheen and Dakota Fanning, it was a really smart move. I mean, in the sense that it showed that this kind of story goes beyond what you think would be a teen kind of movie.
Right.
But here you have these, I won't say legitimate, but here you have these actors who are very respected.
Yeah, well, these guys are heavyweights. You know, Dakota, who is still very young, is actually one of the more experienced and capable actresses in the world, and a huge star. And I think it's because she was a fan of the Twilight books that we even had a chance to get her. But I was dead set on casting her because I knew that even though she's in the film for a brief time, the impact of having her was going to be extraordinary. And with Michael Sheen, I mean, I had seen him on stage in Frost Nixon in London, and his performance in The Queen was amazing. And I have deep respect for the British actors, especially stage-trained actors. And he brings a tremendous amount of weight to this role. And I think he has a really good time with it. I mean, I think it's still fun. It's not all suddenly classical acting, but he brings this kind of intensity to the part that's really alarming and fun.
To also see Taylor kind of blossom in this film, was it, I mean, did you have faith that he was going to do it from day one, or was it one of those things that he kind of grew into as the kind of, you know, progression of the filming?
I was sure from the very beginning, from before day one, that he was going to be great, and I think that he knew that he had me in his corner the entire time, and I knew that he could carry the part. And it's really not about the fact that he, you know, put on 30 pounds of muscle and all that kind of stuff. That's all great, whatever. But it's that he had this sort of sweetness of character that's required to portray that part and to establish that kind of relationship with Kristen's character, but also that there was a danger to him as well. And actually, when he was younger, he trained in martial arts, and I've seen these kind of videos of him doing these amazing and dangerous things, and there is a real sort of danger to him. And in fact, he likes to put himself in dangerous situations. Like when, you know, it was very hard to get him to not do stunts. He wanted to do absolutely everything. So that's great. He also brought tremendous enthusiasm to the role.
To bring, then to see how Kristen plays with Robert, did you see a very specific difference in terms of how she approached both of these actors then?
I think that with Taylor's younger than her, and she feels somewhat protective of him because she knows that he's coming into this world of the glare of spotlights and paparazzi following you around and that sort of thing. So that kind of played well into the friendship. And with Rob, she has been through it before, and they are the only two people yet who've known what it's like to be at the center of this kind of insanity that is the mania for their characters. So that sort of emulates the conspiracy of the love between a human and a vampire and stuff that they can't tell other people about.
There's this Patterson effect, and so what surprises me is even older women kind of go gaga over it. What do you sense from this young actor with the crazy hair that kind of draws people to go crazy?
I think he is he's terribly nice. I mean, it's interesting because his screen persona is one thing where he's quite aloof and cold and distant in a way. And actually, he's quite warm and sweet, and I think he draws upon people's protective instinct in real life, and he's very thoughtful, and that's extraordinarily winning when you've got the combination of somebody who's very, very good looking and also a really nice guy. You're in pretty good shape, and I think that explains much of the mania.